Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, Richard Sherman says Josh Allen should be MVP over Lamar Jackson. Bro, you can't make this up. Look, I'm going to be real with y'all. This actually I find funny, right? I find it very funny. And the reason why I find it funny is because when you're wrong, just admit you're wrong, right? To man up to what you said, to man up to the points that you made. No, this is Richard Sherman's way of saying, I will not concede. I will not concede. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play what he said so everybody can hear it, and then we're going to break it down. And I believe the wide receiver, Keyshawn Johnson, the former wide receiver, Super Bowl winning wide receiver, walked off because he was so frustrated with him. So here it goes. Let's see what we got, right?
And I love Lamar Jackson as much as anybody.
Sure you do.
I've supported him the whole time. If he had his numbers that he had the MVP year, which was 43 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, 43 total, then we would be shouting from the rooftops, he's the MVP of the league.
Hold up. You don't have to match your MVP numbers to win an MVP. That's a lie. Because Tom Brady would have only won it once. Remember, Tom Brady won how many MVPs? And y'all remember at the 51? How many did Aaron Rodgers? You know where I'm coming from? Patrick Mahomes didn't throw for that 50 number again. Right? You remember when he won his first one and his second? Come on now, bro. He's moving the goalposts. But I digress. Here we go.
So you're talking about this team wouldn't be this. First off, we haven't seen them without him this year. So just like you said, no other years mattered. He's been the starting quarterback for the Ravens this entire year. So don't make the point that no other year matters.
You can't make the point.
You know what I mean? But Josh Allen has 40 total touchdowns right now. Does that mean he's the MVP of the league? No, it does not. He's accounted for 83% of his team's touchdowns. 83. No QB is more important to their team right now than Josh Allen is to the Buffalo Bills.
He doesn't believe that. He does not believe that, bro. He does not believe that, bro. And you see how he's not important, more important to their team. You do realize Lamar's doing this with, extreme mitigating circumstances, right? Left tackle been hurt from the season start, down 2 running backs, down his best receiver and his most trusted receiver. Multiple receivers. OBJ has been in and out of the lineup. Bruh, he's had to deal with the most with the least. And this man is saying that there's no quarterback more important to the team than Josh Allen? Are you...
So you can argue whatever you want to argue. You can walk off because when you walk off, that means you don't have the power to make a conscious argument. And I hear you. The Baltimore Ravens defense had 5 turnovers last night. So when we watch that game and you watch them play against one of the best offenses in the National Football League and they have 5 turnovers, and you tell me Lamar Jackson was the reason they won that game, then I have a hard time with that because I'm sitting there watching the game. And I'm like, dang, that defense is giving them trouble. 5 turnovers. So, again, we talk about every other year before this. Every other quarterback. So we're going to go. The percentage of touchdowns the quarterback was responsible for. So last year,
I'm going to kill him after. Don't worry. I got him after.
He was responsible for 76% of the team's touchdowns. The year before, Aaron Rodgers, 77. The year before, Aaron Rodgers again, 80%. The year before, Lamar Jackson, this very Lamar Jackson that we're talking about, was responsible for 74% of his team's touchdowns, and before that, Patrick Mahomes at 79%. But this year, we're talking about Lamar Jackson, and the percent of touchdowns he's responsible for is 55. That's not the same. So I like him as much as anybody else.
No,
but if you're telling me that
you're lying.
Nothing from previous years matters, that, hey, we're just going to throw away all logic for MVP voting that has happened in the past 5 years, then cool. I guess we...
the last 5 years, right?
Every other argument. When we talk about Defensive Player of the Year, when we're talking about Offensive Player of the Year, when we're talking about every other category, Coach of the Year, these stats matter, but we're just going to throw them out now because it's convenient for your argument? I don't think so. So you're talking about a year where the quarterbacks aren't playing well, then it's probably going to Tyreek Hill or Christian McCaffrey. And they played the Miami Dolphins. I love how you say the stats don't matter when he's been middle of the pack in every category this year. So you're saying the MVP of the league is middle of the pack in every single category: passing, completion percentage, yardage, touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. Like you're not giving me anything to say. Usually when the MVP of the league, they're number one in at least multiple categories. There's not one category he's number one in. So when you're making this argument, Keyshawn, you're not making an argument based in statistics, concrete information that you can hang your hat on. You're basing it off of, you said one game, the eye test, BS like that. I hear you, but that's nothing to argue.
Listen, this man is absolutely hilarious. And the reason why he's mad. He's angry that his team lost. He's mad because he was talking real spicy. Because Keyshawn and them tried to say, listen, if there's one quarterback that could beat this team, hang 30-plus points on them, it's Lamar. And he was like, I don't see that happen. You ain't telling me nothing that he's going to do that. They do it. It was the defense, not Lamar. Even though the offense scored on 7 consecutive possessions, they could have hung 40 on them. They took their foot off the gas, like the Ravens are notoriously known to do. Listen, there was something that somebody had sent. I'm going to see if I can get to it. Oh, it's right here. Thank you. Peyton Manning in 2008 had 4,023 total yards, 28 total touchdowns, a 66.8% completion, 12-4 record, meaning, you know what I'm saying, 95 passer rating, and 13 total turnovers. And listen, I know what some people are going to say, right? Some people are going to look at that and say, well, that's another era, 2008 and everything. In that same year, because I'm going to make sure you understand, in that same year, Drew Brees threw for 5,069 yards and 34 passing touchdowns, and he did not win the MVP. 5,000 passing yards, 34 passing touchdowns, right? He threw for 5,000 yards. This man Peyton barely threw for 4,000. Well over 1,000 more passing yards and well over almost 10 more passing touchdowns. And guess who won the MVP? You get what I'm trying to say? So Richard, no, that's why he said in the last, you know, that's how he's not dumb. That's why he put that caveat in the last 5 years. We've been doing, like, the person with the best stats doesn't always win. If he believes statistics are the driving force between statistics and wins, then Dak Prescott should have already won it. Right? Huh? Oh, you don't like when I say it like that, right? If statistics and wins should be put into it, Dak Prescott should have already won an MVP then. Look at some of the years Dak Prescott has had. He hasn't won it. He hasn't even sniffed it. He hasn't even sniffed it. This is the closest year Dak Prescott has ever came to win an MVP. See what I'm saying? He's not bringing up Tua. If we're going to go by statistics, what about Tua? Tua got 4,000 passing yards right now. He's probably going to have 4,600 passing yards when everything is said and done. Why not him? He was ready to give it to Brock Purdy. So I don't want to hear, oh, well, it's because Tyreek. This man Purdy got Christian McCaffrey on the team too. This man had Purdy and Christian McCaffrey at just 1 and 2 for the MVP. And as soon as the Ravens did what they did to him, you know what I'm saying? But Lamar still shouldn't win it. You're not saying about any other quarterback. You're not. You don't like being wrong, even though you've been proven wrong. That's ego. That's narcissism. If you can't admit when you were wrong, you were talking real spicy like you were the smartest guy in the room about anything can happen, but this team is not. You're not giving me any real reason why this team's going to win, and I don't think they're going to. And I don't think it's going to be relatively close either. Then it's not relatively close on the other side, and it's, the defense played, and it was just some bad throws, and Lamar didn't have much to do with, what? Did you not watch the game? And it would have been worse if the referee didn't trip my quarterback. This man has no shame. Shame. This man was just And the funny thing is, in the first segment, he wouldn't talk. He was so, you could see that he was so mad that his team lost. He's like this on the show, like this. That's how he was acting. When they asked him when they have to give their point, Richard Sherman talked literally for 30 seconds. He said a thing and he was like, "Oh, well, I'm done." Yeah. That's the quickest you ever did it. Yeah, I don't have much to say. That's how he was acting. So he's been in his feelings because he was wrong. And one thing with Richard Sherman, when he's wrong, he dies on that wrong hill. Even when you show him all the facts that he's wrong. So what? He'll try to twist it and twist whatever you say to try to get it out that, well, this is another reason why I could be right, though. Narcissist. Liar. Deceiver. Bro. Matter of fact, I do not like you, bro. At all. My gosh. Bro, no. Nah, bro. No. And you know what's funny? Even Florio, after he said what he said, Lamar was right. I should have never said what I said, and I got to eat crow. I got to shut up and eat crow. It is what it is. They shut me up, and I shouldn't have said that. That should have been your reaction, but he's like, no, I'm Richard Sherman. I played corner. I don't have to say sorry. Sorry? I don't even know how to spell sorry. Hey, bro. But what do you guys think? Do you think Richard Sherman is correct in stating that Josh Allen should be in the MVP conversation if Lamar Jackson's in it? And do you believe that Lamar hasn't clinched the MVP already? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, because this man, is absolutely hilarious. But as always, this is an episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Before we go any further, I want to give a big thank you, shout outs to a couple people that donated to the channel. You know how we do things. I always want to give love for the people that have taken the time to donate. We have a Dante Broomfield who donated a big $5. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Listen, I know how hard it is to make money, man. And you guys are supporting this channel. I thank you so much. I thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Dante. And the second person that donated is a Terry Douglas saying for keep bringing the truth with a $10 donation. Yes. So to Terry Douglas, thank you so much for the donation, sir. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for supporting the show. And last but not least, we have another person that donated named Rosemary Patton, and she donated 20 big ones. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Supporting the channel so much, watching. I love y'all so much. I know how hard it is to make a buck, and you guys are still just going out there with inflation and everything going on and still supporting the channel. Y'all have no idea how much that means to me. You guys have no idea. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. But y'all know how we get down. Everything we talk about rooted in what? Even though we laugh and do stuff, everything we talk about rooted in facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment in all of the comments. And if you have not done so already, check out the Wonder Kid Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try, let me know what you think. And if you would like to do what these people did and donate to the channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen is a QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash App is located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This show's Nitro signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.